So I've had the iPhone 14 Pro Max for a little over a week now, and I am loving it. The first thing that I want to talk about is the cool new feature, which is Dynamic Island. Apple found a way to make something from a notch to a full-fledged feature integrated with the iPhone itself and software. Being able to open apps and have them run in the background like your music, or having something like a timer right in the pill shape while you multitask is awesome. And I am excited to see what other app developers make of Dynamic Island. Another cool feature that the island can do is when you are in a phone call, you can actually see the waveforms whenever you talk, as well as the waveforms from the other person. That way you do know if the other person is muted. If it's not muted, you will actually see the waveforms in the pill. I believe your waveforms will be green and theirs will be orange, which is pretty cool. Who at Apple actually thinks about that stuff? That's crazy, but it is pretty cool nonetheless. That's Dynamic Island, and aside from that awesome feature, this next upgrade makes upgrading to the iPhone 14 Pro or Pro Max worth it as well, and that's the newly upgraded cameras packed in this beauty. We have a new 48 megapixel main camera, which only works if you shoot in Pro RAW. We have a 12 megapixel telephoto camera, as well as a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. Everything powered by the new A16 Bionic chip. We can also shoot 4K 30 FPS mode in cinematic mode. So you can shoot pretty beautiful looking footage. The front facing camera also got an upgrade, now also sporting a 12 megapixel camera with autofocus and better low light performance. Of course, if you plan to use these phones to shoot lots of Pro RAW or 4K videos, you might want to consider picking up a higher storage option. I went with a 256 gigabyte model in the new deep purple color, but you have the option to get from 128 gigabytes all the way up to 1 terabyte. But that can get pretty pricey quick. But if you are someone that does a lot of, video recording, a lot of Pro RAW photos, you might want to consider getting a 256 gigabyte or higher. That is my personal recommendation. Of course, these phones are rocking that beautiful Super Retina XDR OLED display and also are able to go up to 2000 nits of brightness. So now in those harsh sunlight conditions outside, you are able to see the screen much better. So that is always a bonus. I just highly recommend you are careful when adjusting your brightness in the dark. Example, when in bed, because if you by accident put the brightness at its peak, you are going to strain your eyes, and that's not good. Of course, to help with all these features, we have a better battery life with the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max as well, something that is always welcomed. Moving over to the controversial feature that only got here in the US is the removal of the SIM card and now only support eSIM. Now I'm giving my honest thoughts. I don't care for it. I don't travel, so that's just who mainly it impacts. But I'm sure as time goes by, all this eSIM stuff will get more easier and flexible. Of course, with these new phones, that means new software, and iOS 16 has been pretty great so far. For the most part, lots of welcome changes and updates, like being able to customize your lock screen, being able to finally put your battery percentage on the corner, a feature that Apple took off for some reason. But hey, we got it back, and I will definitely take it. Love having that haptic feedback on the keyboard. It feels great. So yeah, overall, really enjoying iOS 16. If you guys haven't downloaded iOS 16, I highly recommend it. Definitely does make your phone feel new, and definitely sporting a new iPhone as well definitely is welcomed. A new feature that did come with the iPhone is, of course, that always on display, but I turned it off right away. It's something that you definitely have to get used to, just because when you use it in your peripheral vision, you automatically assume you're getting notifications in, so I just turned it off altogether. Plus, I saved some battery life in the long run, so it's definitely worth it, but it is something that you definitely have to get used to. But yeah, guys, 1 week or about 2 weeks now with the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and I'm loving it. The cameras are amazing. The battery is awesome. And cool new iOS 16 features. Let me know in the comments down below, guys. Do you guys plan, or do you guys have the iPhone 14 Pro Max already? If you guys do, what feature are you really enjoying? Let me know in the comments down below. Or if you guys do plan to get an iPhone 14, which model and color are you guys gonna go for? Let me know in the comments down below. Hit that like button. I really appreciate it. It does go a long way in helping this video get out there. And yeah, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care. Peace.